When you think about GMOs, what comes to mind? Is it something like this? With images like this floating around, along with tons of misinformation, it's understandable why there is so much fear and uncertainty surrounding GMOs. A way to start combating fears and misinformation is through education of the topic. Let's begin by defining a GMO. It stands for genetically modified organism, which in simple terms, is an organism whose DNA has been genetically manipulated in a laboratory through genetic engineering. Basically, it is made by introducing specific genes or altering genes that are already in the organism. There are many different techniques used to produce them. For example, one method is through transgenics. An organism with a specific trait is chosen and its DNA is removed. The gene responsible for the trait is cloned. Then bacterium can be used as a vector, where a plasmid within can be cut and a new gene is inserted into the plant. Another method would be RNA interference. This is a biological process where RNA blocks gene expression. In other words, it's where specific genes in an organism can be turned off. A few common examples of genetically modified crops that we use today are corn, cotton, and soybeans, which are insect-resistant and herbicide-tolerant. In the case of RNA interference, specific genes in Arctic apples were silenced to reduce browning. Even animals such as goats, mice, and chickens can be used to make biotechnology products, such as anti-cancer drugs. This may seem new, but we have been using selective breeding to modify agricultural crops for over 12,000 years. Although these are not usually considered GMOs because they are not made in a lab, it is where humans choose animals or plants with specific characteristics and breed them together to create a new organism with those desired traits. Using new methods of manipulation, GMO foods on the market are typically safe for consumption as government agencies, such as the FDA and USDA, pay very close attention to what is in our food. The National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine also confirmed that GMOs and regular crops are both equally safe to consume. Along with that, companies that create genetically modified crops are put through a series of thorough tests to confirm that they pose no risk to human health. With the growing population, climate change, and insect predation, it is more crucial than ever to find solutions. By using GMOs to reduce spoilage in crops, increasing nutritional value, and by making them insect-resistant, herbicide-tolerant, disease-resistant, drought-resistant and more, we can increase food supply and improve shelf life. One major risk involves the insect population. Genetic engineering has made it possible to decrease pests from harming crops, but it also threatens non-target insects such as bees and butterflies, which are pollinators. Another risk would be gene flow, which is the unintentional transfer of genes between plants and animals. As with anything in life, there are risks. But in the case of genetic engineering, the pros seem to heavily outweigh the cons. If we are responsible and careful, we can remedy pressing issues and improve the state of our world.